Hi, my name is Aung and today I'll be presenting about the code review for the two apps I created. The first app is a utility app and the second app is an educational app. So first of all, I will start off my presentation talking about the utility app that I created with Android Studios. The main goals and purpose that I had when I first started creating the utility app was to make sure that the application is easy and simple enough for all users to use. The reason for doing this is so that people of all age can use my app. The last purpose of building this app was so that people can use this app to convert units in the easiest way possible. When building the app, I always had in mind to make sure that the app is fully functional. As you can see in the code below, it shows that if the user does not enter any value for the meter and press calculate, the app will tell the user to please enter the value. If the user enters the value and press the calculate button, the formula typed inside the code will run and generate the correct answer. Handling the settings page was a tricky part when building my application. I used the code below to handle it. The code below makes sure whether the switch on the settings is showing meters or kilometers. If the switch is set on meters, the code will hide the kilometers box and reveal the meter box. Here is the design of my application, and as you can see, it looks very simple and clear to look at. If you look at the first screen, you can see that there are many options for conversion. The second screen is the settings screen, and it allows the users to switch the conversion so it would meet their needs. When building the settings screen, I first implemented the toggle button instead of a switch. However, after careful consideration, I decided to use the switch because it looks much nicer and cleaner on the screen. The third screen shows how the message would preview if the user does not input any number and press the calculate button. So now I'll be talking about the educational app I created for the assignment. When I was first brainstorming about creating this app, the first thought that came to my mind was to make the app fun and exciting. The second thought was to make a functional quiz app where the user score will be point-based. Thirdly, I wanted to implement a sensor programming where if a user shakes his phone on the home page, the app will direct the user to the high score page that was created for this app. For my app to be fully functional, the code below shows that it will take the subject type that we choose in the home page and go to the database to fetch the correct subject. So this means that if the user chooses science as a subject, the user will get science questions from the database. In the code, you can see the BT and confirm, and it is a button. Here, if we check whether the user input the answer or not, if the user does not input any answer, it will show please select an answer. If the user inputs an answer, the code will flow to check answer function to check the answer. The code here states that the function check answer will read what the user chooses in the radio button and adds a point if the answer is correct. In this code, the function show solution will preview a green color if the answer is correct and preview a red color if the answer is wrong. The bottom part of the code states that if there are questions left to answer, the next button will be there, and if only there are no more questions left, there will be a finish button. The code here for the finish quiz function states that after the user have answered the whole quiz, it will move to the high score page and also transfer all the score to the high score page. Here I will be presenting my designs for the app, and as you can see in the first screen, I choose a calming color to suit my app. I also inserted the logo for my app, which looks great. In the home screen, I also placed a text that says that the sensor programming has been integrated for the app, and if the user shakes the phone, the sensor programming will take the user to the high score page. In the second screen, you can see that the user can select geography or science as the subject to answer. The third screen is the quiz screen, and here you can see that I placed a timer on the top right corner, which will give the user a feeling of rush. Here we can also see that the correct answer lights up with green and the wrong answer changed to red. The scores, questions, subject type are also placed on the top left corner so the user can know where they are. In the fourth screen, after entering all the questions, the user will see the page which will ask the user to enter the name that he wants to save his score with. In the fifth screen, it shows the high score page with the scores and the names that the user typed in the previous page. The last screen, or the sixth screen, is the settings screen where the user can sign into Google. When I was finishing both assignments, I faced both hardware and software problems. When I was in the process of doing the assignments, the Android Studio would make my laptop heat up really fast and make it buggy. So to solve this problem, I installed a fan control that lets me set up fan speed to max and cool down my laptop. Other problems I faced with Android Studio was the fragment data. It was impossible for me to send the fragment data to the activity. Another problem I faced was when I was putting in Twitter for the app and it just constantly showed error and terminated my emulator. This is the reason why I picked Google Sign-In as my social media integration. After completing this whole assignment, I learned a lot and started to wonder my life as a mobile developer. If I choose this as a career, I'm sure that there will be many job offerings and the salary for this job is definitely more than average. After I gain a lot of experience as a mobile developer, I can also start my own business as a mobile developing company. I really think that this could work and doing something that I love would be amazing for me. So this is the end of my presentation and I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for your time.